Ready to reboot your life in 2025? You know, it's not as easy as holding down the power button, but if you'll just examine your current habits and routines that you have and figure out how we can redesign those in 2025, it's going to deliver you totally different results. It also involves, you've got to adopt some new habits, some new practices, some new routines, and different things to help you upgrade your life. And your identity and your self-image, that is a key driver. Remember, we've been talking about key performance indicators? Well, your identity and self-image, that is what really leads you to your everyday actions and your behaviors. Your current identity or your things that you're doing may not be aligned with this new vision that you would like to have in 2025. So we're going to be working on that in the upcoming year. And I want to share a couple of other things with you this morning. You probably heard the saying, as a man thinketh, so is he. There's also a book about that, and there is a Bible verse about that. And we all struggle with negative self-talk, thoughts, and emotions, and we have to get control of that and get out of this stinking thinking that we do. Do you realize, I think it's over 90% of everything that we worry about never comes true. Stress is a killer, y'all, and we spend way too much time and effort worrying and stressing over things that may or may not ever happen. You need to focus on the things that you have control over and focus on the things that you can do something about. Next, did you know those who are happier, who laugh more often, tend to have longer longevity? That means you live longer. Try watching something fun right before you go to sleep each night. Try and make sure that you laugh, really laugh throughout the day. Research has proved that those people tend to, ones who have good sense of humors and all of that stuff, that are not always stressed out. Stress is a killer. Look it up. Here's a couple of Bible verses that I wanted to share with you in Proverbs. And if you haven't read the book of Proverbs, I really encourage you. Basically, it's practical life advice. And what was good way back when is still really great advice for today. And here's a couple that I want to share with you. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Here's another one. A man's spirit can endure his sickness, but a crushed spirit who can bear? What exactly is a crushed spirit? Some of you may have a crushed spirit. Some of y'all may have had a really, really horrible year last year or last couple of years. One of the things that I find, it is the law of attraction at work. Once you start that, bad things happen, then it's just a snowball effect, and you just continuously, you're in a cycle. So you got to stop that and put an end to it and get over that and start this new year in a whole different way. Next, I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. This is the last day of the year, hard to believe. So we're not going to turn the page on 2024. We're going to close the doggone book on 2024. Do you hear me? We're going to close that book and we're going to pick up another book and we're going to start a brand new chapter of our life. For New Year's resolutions, they say that over 88% fail within the first 2 weeks. It's true. It fails, and there's a reason for that. Also, I want to share with you a couple of other stats. The average person spends 47% of their day on autopilot. That means most everything that you do for half of the day basically is automated behaviors. Your thoughts wander from the task at hand. Have you ever driven down the highway and don't even remember going past something because your mind is somewhere else? You're just on autopilot. And so one of the things that I have learned in my research about building better habits, which is the focus of today, is You need to develop some new routines and some new habits that's going to support this new vision that you have for your life. If you do that, your goals will just happen. So you won't have to focus so much on goals because your daily habits you have put in place will be supporting those. What you focus on expands. What you focus on grows. You get more of it. It becomes your reality. If you don't think so, ladies, think about the first time you got pregnant, or even any time you got pregnant. All of a sudden, everywhere you looked, you started seeing pregnant women. Then you started seeing all these little babies and everything associated about being a new mama. Am I right or am I right? Yes, I'm right. You go buy a new car. Nobody in town has the color of car you don't think. And man, you find this beautiful car, and then all of a sudden, you drive it home, and you're seeing your car everywhere, or you're seeing that color of car. Or if you're thinking about buying something, all of a sudden you're seeing it everywhere, right? What about haircuts and glasses? Lady, if you got long hair, you're wanting to do a new upgrade or something like that, all of a sudden you start paying attention. I remember when I was looking for some new sneakers. All of a sudden, everywhere I went, I was looking at women's sneakers, trying to see which ones looked cool. What you focus on expands, y'all. It's the law of attraction. So, to get ready for the upcoming year, one thing, if you haven't already done it yet, I want you to take the highlights from 2024 and write those down, or make a little collage, or whatever you want to do. Go back over your last year and make a highlight reel of everything that was really great. Don't focus on the bad stuff. Focus on all of the things that were great. Next, I want you to get super clear on what you want in 2025. People make a mistake by focusing on what they don't want. Well, I don't want to go through that again. Well, if you don't want to go through that again, turn it to the positive. What do you want to go through in 2025? Okay? It needs to be in the positive. So you need to get super, super clear. You need to write it down to make it happen. Remember, we plan our work and work our plan. That's how your dreams come true. Think about all the projects that you've been putting off that you would like to get completed. This is for another topic. We're going to go through that. Do you want a new job, a new career? Would you like to get out of debt? Would you like a better relationship with your spouse? What are some of the things? You want to travel more? What are some of the very specific things that you would like to accomplish in 2025? Because what we're going to do is we're not just going to set goals for the year. We're going to build you a foundation underneath those that's going to support your goals. For 12 weeks, we're going to consider this a 12-week year. We're going to bust our butts for 12 weeks. We're going to be very intentional about what we're going to be doing every single day for 12 weeks. We're going to make small incremental changes. We're going to have small daily tasks that's going to support us in improving every single area of our life. Now, I want to share with you today a new little journal. This is the Reboot journal. This is a pretty cool little box. I really like it because it's got little verses on the side. Not verses, but it's got habits are the invisible architecture of everyday life. Gretchen Rubin. On the other side, we first make our habits and then our habits make us. John Dryden. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, inside this book, it's a journal. It's a habit journal and daily self-improvement system. And I cannot wait to dig into this and share this with you because this is really probably one of the best ones that I have seen. Not only does it educate you, but it also gives you 3 months worth of space to write. And it'll help you develop morning routines, evening routines, get rid of some of this stinking thinking and all those different things. But anyways, just wanted to share, this is one of the new ones that I am testing out. It is the Reboot journal, and I just bought this off of Amazon. So, The end thing I want to, key takeaway that I want you to go away with today is don't worry, be happy, number one, because you're going to live longer. Don't you want to live longer? Number two, who can think? Drop it down there right quick. Who can think of what my number two is going to be? What did we talk about? Don't worry, be happy, because stress is a killer. Your habits, what you focus on expands. Write it down, make it happen. This is going to be a great year, right? But last but not least, the number two is we're going to close the book on 2024. We're going to throw that sucker away, and we're going to open up a brand new book and start a brand new chapter for 2025. I can't wait for Level Up 2025. And this is Nancy Gaskins, sowing seeds of hope and financial opportunity in communities around the globe. And again, we are going to start tomorrow, January 1. For most of y'all, this is probably going to be just a planning month where you're going to get your whole year planned. 12 weeks. It's going to be like the 12-week year. You're going to get more accomplished in 12 weeks than most people do in a lifetime. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon.